Dear colleagues, I would like to discuss one additional problem that we have discussed many times with my friend Srinivas. It's related to the problem of generation and using of undampened temperature waves to realization of LAN in remote targets. What is the problem? The problem of energy transfer without loss over long distance and the problem of efficient use of this energy for various applications is very important. Usually special electromagnetic waves, for example, ultra-short laser pulse, so on, are used for such purpose. One of the possible mechanisms of long-distance energy transfer may be connected with generation and propagation of thermal waves. On one hand, the solution of standard equations of thermodynamics lead only to the dampened solution, both in the case of monotonically changing thermal wave and the case of thermal waves. But these waves are very rapidly dampened. It is not possible using such waves for practical application. On the other hand, it is easy to verify that the standard classical equations of thermodynamics were obtained with rather incorrect assumption. In the report, the problem of non-dissipative distant energy transfer of undampened thermal waves, the method of generation of these waves during a water jet cavitation, and distant action of this wave, including X-ray generation and the stimulation of LAN, are discussed. Let's discuss it very briefly the traditional point of view of the process of formation and generation and propagation, of course, of thermal waves. The traditional concept of the wave or thermodynamics based on assumption that propagation of thermal wave it is a pure diffuse process, not wave process. This standard description of this heat transfer is based on two hypotheses. The first one makes it possible to pass from the equation of energy conversation in the integral form to the differential form. And the second assumption is this not equilibrium system under study can be presented by many small focusible balance subsystems. Mathematically, it is related to the mathematical physics. Description of this process based on the joint usage of two basic equations. First one, the Fourier law of non-stationary heat flux, H1. So the heat flux is proportional to gradient of temperature, and the equation of continuity, well known. From these two equations, the classical parabolic different equation for temperature field follows the following equation. This equation has a standard solution, two colliding plane waves with very great damping coefficient. There is damping coefficient, and there is a coefficient of thermal diffusivity, heat transfer, density, and specific heat, this wave. For example, in air, at high frequency 80 megahertz, the damping coefficient in 10 power 4 units. So it is total attention, the total very short free path of this wave less 1 micron. These basic equations are based on the approximate assumption that the energy flow and temperature change synchronously. You can see synchronously. Since when a portion of energy arrives at a given microvolume, a certain time of relaxation is required to establish the temperature. This assumption is valid only at very slow change of temperature. The simplest but rather efficient way of this relaxation according is to modify the continuity equation and change such equation in two forms. This one. In the process of propagation of heat wave, this process is always connected. For this reason, it is necessary to make into account both variants of the equation, one way and another one. So necessary taking attention the time for thermal relaxation. As a result, a joint analysis of this equation leads to the modified equation of thermal conductivity. And the solution of this equation in, for example, one-dimensional case is superposition of colliding thermal waves, this one. this result is fundamentally different from the solution of standard heat equation without this decay. From this equation follow expression for the actual wave number, for example, and damping coefficient. Wave with frequency that equals such formulas. It is several frequencies. There is minimal frequency when n equal to 0 and some additional frequency corresponding to existence of undampened temperature or thermal waves with a damping coefficient that is equal to 0. It is very important, equal to 0. In this case, the general solution thermal equation has a form of superposition to forward and backward undampened temperature wave without any absorption, any damping. For example, in air, minimal frequency at n equal to 0 is about from interval from 70 to 90 megahertz. In water, it much more, about 100 gigahertz. In metals, it about from 10 up to 50 terahertz. The velocity of these waves in air at normal conditions is very small, about several tenths meter per second. The reflection coefficient of such temporal waves from a sharp border of two media is determined by the formula. This formula is combination of thermodynamics parameter. For example, for a sharp border between steel and air, the coefficient of reflection is very, very close to 100% total reflection. For an unpolished surface, the reflection coefficient decreases due to the presence of pass-through layer, the thickness of which should be comparable with the length of this heat wave in air, about several microns. Okay. What is the problem? Of course, how we can generate such waves? Of course, the ideal case is the utilization local periodic heating with optical frequency that corresponding to one of such waves. For example, using the modulated laser beam. As easy method for generation undampened thermal wave is to expose the interface between the condensed matter and the air to short acoustic pulsar. Action of such pulsar lead to heating of surface, and if the duration of such pulsar should be less than the time of relaxation, in this case is a result of Fourier transformation in the spectrum of such thermal action will be presented necessary frequencies. Let's consider several simple experiments that we conducted during last 10 years. First one, observation of long-distance thermal waves at water cavitation. We have a cavitation chamber. It is a scheme of cavitation chamber. It is a water jet. It is a cavitation chamber and formation of cavitation bubble, action of bubble on the wall, on the target, lead to formation, to generation of shocking wave inside, and also after reflection of shocking waves of the formed surface of such target lead to generation of undampened thermal wave in space, in air. And how resist these waves? It's very simple, because the thermal waves under action of any surface crystal lead to formation of additional ultrasound waves. And for such registration, we can use using the usual piezo detectors, typical piezo detectors. On this figure, you can see the result of generation of wave and registration at different distance, 3 centimeters, 9 centimeters, and 21 centimeters. The frequency of this wave in all cases was near the 75 megahertz. It is a view of this wave at such distance. For example, on this figure, you can see the spectrum of this wave. In this case, for such an experiment, we have observed a wave with frequency about 75 megahertz, one peak, second one, and several with very low amplitudes for different frequencies. For example, here is the frequency 70, its main resonance 73 megahertz. Another one, it is 228 megahertz. Next one about 380 megahertz, so on, 531 megahertz, so on, totally according to the theoretical formulas. It's a result where, for example, this result were observed on the distance 46 centimeter, and we have the registration such wave on the very large distance, about 2 meters. You remember that for such frequency, about several hundreds megahertz, usual thermal waves totally damped at the distance about several microns, but there was distance about 2 meters. Okay, next experiment were related to the method of generation and registration of temperature waves behind a remote steel screen. Scheme approximately the same. It is cavitation chamber, water jet, and also was situated here is a thick metal screen with polished and unpolished surfaces, and on another side of such screen was situated variable instrumentation. For example, photoplate, X-ray spectrometers, piezoacoustic detector, or titanium deuterium target for stimulation of LANR, so on. It is a general view of such equipment. On this figure, you can see the registration of thermal waves behind the polished and unpolished surface, dependent on the orientation of such metal. You can see that a magnitude of thermal waves where unpolished surface was directed to the sources was large, and in opposite orientation is much small, according to theoretical analysis. It is the same experiment, but it's using not detector but photoplate. You can see that one polished front surfaces of the steel plate in such orientation. It is such view of the first and second photoplates, one behind another one, and in another orientation of metal screen, more intensive registration on X photoplates. Okay. Next step, most important, was the following: the controlled LANR stimulated by the action of undampened thermal waves in titanium deuterium. One of the possible applications of undampened thermal wave is connected with direct distance stimulation of nuclear processes, including LANR. It is a following scheme: the same cavitation chamber and also titanium deuterium target, loading 140%, and track detectors near surface of such target. Target was form of cylinder. And you can see the result photos microscopic tract analysis of the special distribution of the tract on the surface. You can see the tracks from alpha particles on the surface targets. For control, this figure shows control measurement using alpha emitted based on the combination of different radionuclides. It is experimental, it is a control. The reaction, in this case, it is a possible reaction, is a generation of helium-4 isotopes. On this figure, you can see this at the surface of the same track detector. You can see the direction of motions alpha particles correlated well with the axial symmetry of the target, because the target was formed on the cylinder, and also you can see axial symmetry of the tracks. Another variation of such experiment was distant behind screen LANR under the action of undampened heat wave. What is the difference? In the space between place where generated thermal waves and distant titanium deuterium target was situated distant thick metal screen with different surface, polish and polish. Here is the track detector, and is the point where we have analyzed the distribution of tracks on the surface. For example, it is a different point and view of distribution of tracks on the surface Most important is the following: it is a point number 5 and 8. Here is, you can see the very great number of the tracks in this point, very intensive tracks distribution, also different place. In our opinion, the cause of this reaction is associated with the formation of coherent correlated states of deuterons in non-stationary microcracks forming during loading and migration of deuterium in the matrix titanium. The change, for example, is compressed and then restored into a deuterium-titanium volume under the action of shock waves stimulated by a thermal wave. When the deuteron is located in the interatomic space, typical for condensed matter with a period about 1.5 angstrom, the energy fluctuation in the coherent correlated states exceeds such value, very great value. By the way, the temperature of target is close to room, but the energy of fluctuation is about several tenths of keV. That even in this lower threshold is much more with the temperature planned for tokamaks. It should be noted that the real amplitude of this energy fluctuation significantly exceeds this value. Here is a G, is a realistic coefficient of correlated efficiency. This investigation will be continued, but even at this stage it is obvious that the method of such remote simulation of nuclear fusion open a new opportunity and prospects for implementing controlling nuclear fusion in distant target. It should also not be noted that all the conditions for LAN realization related to the formation of correlated deuterium space in the lattice are fulfilled. The probability of neutron-free reaction with generation of helium-4 isotope, which is very small, well known, for hot fusion, can very significantly increase it, and such reaction can become the main one for LAN. These anomalous features of the cause of LAN to the formation of coherent correlated states were discussed in detail in our work, this one work. Conclusion. The obtained results show that undamped temperature waves with a frequency determined by the specific parameters of the medium, compression, pressure, temperature, so on, may exist in a media with temperature relaxation. Each type of media is revealed to exhibit one of the several frequencies for very short thermal pulses corresponding to the given waves. These frequencies are determined by the local thermal relaxation time. In metal, such time is very, very small and is much less than 10 power, it's several picosecond of femtosecond. In air, under the normal condition, 1 atmosphere, for example, and room temperature, the relaxation time is about 10 nanosecond. And such time is decrease at increase of temperature and pressure. To excite undamped wave, it is necessary that there is a pulse heat distribution of air media with a duration about 10 nanoseconds, which is in good agreement with the known characteristic duration of shock waves from the cavitation in water. Such a damped temperature wave may play the important role in the problem of heat exchange for the case of pulsed thermal wave. These waves can be used to stimulate pulsed LAN, including DD fusion in the distant target.